Good morning. Good morning to I am Dr. P. Premlata, Assistant Professor of Zoology, Sri Vidya Mandir Arts and Science College, Kateri, Uttangarai. Now I discuss about digestive system of pigeon. Digestion is nothing but complex food material is converted into simplest form. I think this image shows the digestion of food material. Digestive system of pigeon. Digestive system includes alimentary canal and digestive gland. First, now I discuss about alimentary canal system. So, alimentary canal is start from the mouth and end with cloaca region. It consists of mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, intestine, rectum, and cloaca. This image shows that digestive system of pigeon. Like that, it starts from the mouth and end with cloaca region. Some digestive glands are involved for digestion process. Mouth is a slit-like opening. It is bounded by upper and lower jaw, covered by a corny beak. Teeth are absent from the jaws. A spacious enclosed by the beak is called buccal cavity. It contains tongue which is attached to posteriorly. Next is the pharynx. The posterior part of the buccal cavity is called pharynx. The floor contains an opening called glottis. It leads into the lungs. The roof of the pharynx is called palate. It contains a pair of opening called internal nostril. The next part is esophagus. The pharynx leads into a long slanted tube called esophagus. It occupies the entire length of the neck. Esophagus is pharynx extended into a long slanted tube called esophagus. It occupies the entire length of the neck. The middle of the esophagus enlarged to form a sac called crab. The crab has two functions. First one is the reservoir of temporary storage of food grain. Crab has two functions. First one is reservoir for the temporary storage of food grains. Second is the crab contains the crab gland. It secretes a proteinaceous whitish slimy secretion called pigeon milk. It's secreted by the both sexes. It has more nutritive value, even more efficient than mammalian milk. The nestlings of the pigeons are milked by the parent. The next part is stomach. The esophagus leads into the stomach. The stomach consists of two regions, namely an anterior proventriculus and posterior ventriculus, are like a gizzard. First part is proventriculus. That means like a anterior part of the stomach. It is a tubular-like structure. It internally coiled a number of gastric glands. Externally, it attached to the spleen. And second one is the gizzard. The proventriculus leads into the gizzard. That means the anterior part of the stomach extends and leads into gizzard region. The walls are thick and muscular. The inner lining is thick and tough. The lumen of the gizzard is narrow. The gizzard contains few stones. Some birds are swallow some stones. The function of the gizzard is grinding machine, like a grinding machine. The next part is the intestine. The gizzard open into the intestine part. The opening is conducted by a wall called pyloric wall. The intestine has two regions, namely an anterior small intestine and posterior large intestine. And like a intestine is divided into two regions, namely an anterior small intestine and posterior large intestine. Like small intestine has two regions, namely an anterior duodenum and posterior large intestine. Then small intestine has two regions, namely an anterior duodenum and posterior large intestine. First, now discuss about the duodenum. Duodenum is a U-shaped like structure. It receives the pancreatic duct and two bile ducts also. Then second part is the ileum. It is a coiled tube. The inner lining of ileum contain a numerous finger-like projection called villi. A small intestine leads into a short tubular large intestine. At the junction of large intestine and small intestine, there is a pair of projection called rectal cecae. The large intestine also has two regions, namely an anterior rectum and posterior cloaca. Rectum means nothing but the temporary storage organ of waste. Cloaca is waste eliminating region. The cloaca is subdivided into three chambers, namely an anterior carbodium, middle urodium and posterior productium. The productium open into outside by the cloacal aperture or vent. The young birds contain the lymphatic gland bursa papricus attached to the productum. It also degenerates after the sexual maturity. Then second part is the digestive gland. Pigeon has the following digestive gland like mucus gland, salivary gland, crab gland, gastric gland, liver, pancreas, intestinal glands. These glands are secreting some compounds which are help to further digestion of food material. First one is the mucus gland. The mucus glands also present in the buccal cavity like a pharynx and crab. These glands secrete some mucus. Then second one is the salivary gland. Three salivary glands are present in the buccal cavity. There are a pair of angulary salivary gland and single sublingual salivary glands. They also contain some enzyme like amylase. The saliva moisture the food material. It also helps for further digestion of food material. The next is the crab gland. They are located in the crab region. They secrete pigeon milk. They are also high nutrition. Some birds are nourished the nestling. The next one is the gastric gland. The proventriculars contain a gastric gland. They secrete gastric juice containing the protein digestive enzyme like pepsin, renin, protease, like that. The next is the liver. Liver is formed of two lobe-like structure. From each lobes arises a bile duct. The bile duct open into the duodenum. The liver secrete bile juice like bile salt also. The next one is the pancreas. The pancreas is a reddish gland located in between the two limbs of duodenum. Pancreas secrete pancreatic juice. The next one is the intestinal gland. The duodenum contains some Kruppstoff, Lumperkan and globular cells. They also secrete the secretin. It also helps for digestion. The next I discuss about the feeding and digestion of pigeon. Pigeon is a gramivorous in habit. It feeds on the cereals and seeds, some fruits like that. In birds, there is no teeth in the buccal cavity. Food grains are swallowed without the mastication. Because of absence of teeth, the food grains are swallowed.